In the headlines, chaos at train station as travelers shun Abuja-Kaduna highway over rising bandits attack. Peace returning to communities in Plateau State. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project files lawsuit against President Muhammadu Buhari over NSAS panel report. And on the foreign scene, United Kingdom to enforce new COVID rules from next Tuesday. Hello and thanks for joining us on Trust TV News Update. I am Shapiro Suleiman. And now the news in detail. Many Abuja-bound travelers on Kaduna-Abuja train missed the train on Sunday afternoon at the Rigasa train station. Persistent abduction of travelers on Kaduna-Abuja highway leaves many travelers with no option but to use the train. The chaos before boarding the train due to largely increase in the numbers of passengers left many disappointed, though many bought their tickets online, suggesting that the rush to board the train is not necessary.
Unfortunately, I couldn't get a ticket. There was a lot of big stuff. One platform is not even going through. We came to buy tickets manually, but we were told that it was sold out. I now have to buy 2 o'clock. Even the 2 o'clock. To get to the train safe, as you can see, if you can shift the lens to the other side, you will see what is happening. It's a mess. It's a mess. I think the authorities should see this. It's a mess. And it's a disgrace.
Okay. Thank you.
And residents of Kaduna State have been reacting to the restoration of telecom services by the state government. Trust TV's correspondent spoke to some of them.
Residents of Kaduna in northwest Nigeria say the decision by the state government to restore telecommunication services is a welcome development as it provides relief to them after weeks of shutdown.
About the network, even the day before yesterday, we dey work for here. Before you understand, before you enter Kabbalah Junction, you come see network. Before network, no dey, if you enter, you know the see network. If you don't know how they bring the network. The day before yesterday, before you enter, you come see network, come there for Kabbalah. And you feel happy. Everywhere we happy now. Even village, they happy. Say network don't come. Everywhere, when network no dey, now they happy. We dey talk with them, they happy. Everyone will be happy.
During this breakdown of network, it really affects so many activities, especially in applications. When it comes to communications, your loved ones that are far away from you, you hardly communicate them, especially the stress issues come up or something happen. It has been really a very big challenge. It was really great. It calls for celebration. Immediately we realized that the network has been stabilized. Wow, celebration every day. We're able to communicate with loved ones within. I think we have rest of mind and activities is moving smoothly.
It's better because as a student, that's really bad because of some assignment at times. So, but bringing it back now is more better.
The residents also appealed to the state government to consider the return of commercial motorcycle operation in the state due to hardship being faced by the people.
Seriously, I don't think banning of bike is going to solve anything.
Yeah.
Seriously, because there are some places that you can't check inside. You have to use bike, but there's no bike. You just have to start checking. Especially for pregnant women.
Yeah. Those are a very big challenge to us, more especially some of us that are farming. Now we find it very difficult after our ability to transport our farm product, more especially some of us that are small farmers, people. More in most cases we use keke and bikes. And now that we can use bikes, so it has really been a very big challenge. So we'll be glad also if it could be relaxed for the bike we start working, I think it will go a long way to also help some of the young people that use that as a medium of business. I think it will help us.
Kaduna State and other northwestern states battling kidnapping and banditry resolved to implement measures at tackling the security challenges which affects the movement, communication and general well-being of the people.
Miango community in Bassa local government area of Plateau State and Rob district in Barikiladi, where hundreds of people were killed, houses and farmlands destroyed, have agreed to embrace peace. They signed the agreement to work towards a new pace of life after losing a period of disunity and religious intolerance. This is coming through the efforts of Relief Foundation of ECWA, supported by United States Agency for International Development.
Here are the two major religions in Miango community gathered to discuss the path of peace. This is coming following the peace efforts of Relief Foundation of ECWA with the support from United States Agency for International Development. The two major religions signed peace agreement to live together irrespective of religion or ethnic background.
We, the Christians and Muslims in Irigwe Chiefdom, in Bassa local government area of Plateau State, have accepted to work together towards supporting religious freedom in local communities in Nigeria. Following the many different discussions, forum seasons undertaken, which we have been privileged to be part of it, where various factors which led to the crisis were identified, analyzed, and possible solutions were discussed objectively during the session.
Same development took place in Barkinladi local government area, where the people of Rob district also signed the peace agreement.
We, the community members of Rob district, have agreed to support religious freedom and consent to practice any religion one wishes, without posing threat, danger, fear, or intimidation of any sort to one another in another way based on religious background or sentiment within the local communities of Barikiladi local government area.
The peace initiative by the Relief Foundation of ECWA is providing new phase of life that will usher peace and unity among various ethno-religious groups in Plateau State.
This kind of program will go a long way in cementing the relationship of the people.
Through this program, we will unite together and understand each other.
A Christian should go to his church freely, the Muslim should go to his mosque freely, and we should all respect one's tradition, which is very, very important.
We've taken a long time without such a gathering. They've touched the life of many, and they've sent a message of peace to all the communities.
We want to see that these people in these various communities are able to come back together, hold their normal social gatherings like it used to be before.
As part of their efforts to ensure the program is sustainable, 55 members of Miango and Rob district went home with a sum of 20,000 naira each to help improve their businesses. From there, form association that will help them maintain cordial relationships. Dixon Salami Adama, Trust TV News, Jos.
Jos City, the Plateau State capital, has remained calm and people have been going about their normal businesses despite the Friday killings of 10 persons, injury of several, and the burning down of houses in Tibe village of Miango district of Bassa local government area of the state. This attack is coming barely 2 days after 2 farmers were ambushed and killed in Ancha village of Miango district of Irigwe Chiefdom of same Bassa local government area. Some of those skirmishes do spread to Jos with attendant tension and apprehension for days. And security personnel will be seen moving around town in their vehicles to forestall any kind of crisis that will erupt in Jos as a result of such incident. However, Jos has remained calm since the recent incident, but different reactions have continued to trail the attack. Dixon Salava reports from the streets of Jos.
This is the popular Yakubu Gowon Way in Jos, the Plateau State capital. Following the recent killing in the village of Bassa local government area, people felt that there was going to be a spillover of the killings into Jos. But however, the town is peaceful, the place is peaceful, people are going there about their normal businesses, even though there are still apprehension in several quarters. The governor, the peace building agency, and the Nyango people themselves have come up with statements condemning it, and several people have also condemned the incident. However, they hope that in all of this, the government and the security agencies should double their effort to ensure that all the killings will stop. Dixon Salami Adama, Trust TV News, Jos.
And police has arrested senior immigration officer Abdullahi Usman for his role in the invasion of the home of Justice Mary Odili of the Supreme Court, located at Imo River Crescent in Maitama area of Abuja on October 29 by some men claiming to be members of a joint partner recovery unit. The police public relations officer, CP Prankamba, confirmed the arrest on Sunday. He said with the arrests of the officer, the total number of suspects in police net are now 15, and there are indications they may be arraigned in court this week. You're watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up after the break. Farmers harvest crops amid fear of insecurity. This and many more will come shortly.
Get latest updates on current topical issues and breaking news by downloading the Trust TV mobile app on your Android devices. Go online, click Google Play Store, search Trust TV, install the app, and get doses of unfiltered information on happenings all over the world in your pocket. Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Thanks for staying with us. You're still watching Trust TV News Update. Let's take a look at our top stories. We told you that many Abuja-bound travelers on Kaduna-Abuja train missed the train on Sunday afternoon at the Rigasa train station. Persistent abduction of travelers on Kaduna-Abuja highway leaves many travelers with no option but to use the train. And Miyango community in Bassa local government area and Rob district in Barikiladi, where hundreds of people were killed, houses, farmlands destroyed, have agreed to embrace peace. And now moving on to more news. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has raised alarm over the increasing rate of irrational use of antibiotics, which have further accelerated the process of antimicrobial resistance, leading to avoidable deaths. The Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, stated this while speaking virtually on the 2021 World Antimicrobial Resistance Week WOW anniversary with the theme, Spread Awareness, Stop Resistance. In a statement on Sunday, NAFDAC boss said if the trend is not addressed, antimicrobial resistance could lead to several deaths. Adeyeye added that the menace and war against antimicrobial resistance, AMR, has not only gained prominent and global attention, but also become a significant battle that the human race must win. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) at the weekend seized 12,385 kilograms of loud cannabis, a strong variant of the illicit weed imported from a neighboring country and smuggled into Lagos through the waterways. The Director, Media and Advocacy, NDLEA, Headquarters, Abuja, Femi Babafemi, stated this in a statement on Sunday. According to the statement, the 12,385 pallets of loud cannabis were brought in from the West African country through the ocean and ferried with boats to the Echo Atlantic Beach, Victoria Island, from where they will be distributed to drug hotspots. While in a similar operation in Edo State, the operatives arrested a 70-year-old woman, Beatrice Aibedo, in connection with the seizure of over 5,000 kilograms of assorted illicit drugs across the state, among other arrests. A non-governmental organization, South Saharan Social Development Organization, says it has rehabilitated 115 women victims of violence against women. The organization's executive director, Stanley Elechuku, stated this in a statement issued in Enugu on Sunday. He said the rehabilitation covered advocacy, counseling and mediation, temporary shelter and referral services, adding that 36% of women in the Southeast have been physically abused in their lifetime. The International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women is held globally with the theme, Orange the World, End Violence Against Women Now. And incidences of violence against women and girls continue to be pressing human rights issues in the world today. In Nigeria, violence against women through a crime and a public health emergency go without punitive measures. In commemoration of the 2021 International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, members of civil society organizations urge women to seek help by speaking out more against abuses and violations.
It signifies the elimination of violence against women all over around the world. It's a period where I believe that campaigns should be intensified. It's very symbolic. A lot of women have been abused in one way or the other all over the world. So this 16 days is actually very significant to remind the world, people in the world, about the need for a violence-free society. So it's more like a Human Rights Day.
We try to promote a survival-centered approach towards gender-based violence. Survival-centered approach meaning that when someone is violated, we first of all try to provide first aid. Could be either psychological first aid or the physical first aid that is needed to the person. And then we can move on to reporting these issues. There are so many sexual assault referral centers across the country where people can report these acts of violence. And then when you proceed to the reporting as well, you can also report to the police. For states where there are no SACs, the police is the #1 agency.
Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, and 116 Nigerians have filed a lawsuit against President Muhammadu Buhari over the NSAS panel report for the alleged shooting of peaceful protesters at the Lekki toll gate and police brutality cases. This is contained in a statement issued by SERAP's Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadare, on Sunday. SERAP wants the Federal High Court Abuja to direct and compel President Buhari to take prompt steps by ensuring the arrests of policemen and soldiers indicted by the Lagos NSAS panel report, as well as access to justice and effective remedies for victims, including suitable compensation. In the suit, SERAP is arguing that the move is in the interest of justice to grant the application as it would improve respect for Nigerians' rights, the rule of law and public confidence in government institutions, as well as reduce the growing culture of impunity of perpetrators. And property and personal belongings worth millions of naira were destroyed when fire from an electrical fault gutted the Elechi waterfront in the Mile 1 axis of Jobo in Port Harcourt. Reports said the fire began from a shanty and extended to structures, leaving residents with nothing to pick from the wreckage. Over 100 houses were affected, with about 300 families displaced. A tanker loaded with Premier Motor Spirit on Sunday morning exploded around Oju Urin in Lafenwa area of Abeokuta, Ogun State. The spokesperson, Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps, Trace Babatunde Akimbi, who confirmed the incident to newsmen, said the tanker engulfed in fire due to the uncooperative attitude of people around the axis who were scooping fuel and other unwholesome act which sparked the fire. The spokesman added that the tanker, due to an axle problem, overturned around while making its way inbound rounder from Ojuring Lapenwa, spilling its content on the road. And Britain's government on Sunday defended the pace and scale of its response to the new Omicron strain of COVID-19 against criticism that it is again falling behind the curve. The country's health secretary, Sajid Javid, said mandatory mask wearing will return to shops and public transport in England on Tuesday, and told families to plan for Christmas as normal, despite new rules to combat the Omicron variant. He said also from Tuesday, all passengers arriving in Britain are being instructed to take a polymerase chain reaction PCR test for COVID-19 and self-isolate until they register negative. Earlier on Tuesday, Prime Minister Boris Johnson had announced the tougher measures at a hastily arranged news conference on Saturday, but did not specify when they will take effect. Now to sports. Nigeria tennis record breaker Kadri Aruna is out of the ITTF World Table Tennis Championships final after losing to Sweden's Truls Moga in the quarterfinal on Sunday. But the city of Houston and the U.S. state of Texas stood still for the Nigerian after he became the first African to reach the quarterfinal in the history of the championship. Aruna made his presence felt amidst the array of stars competing at the 2021 ITTF World Table Tennis Championships finals staged at the George Brown Convention Center in Houston, Texas, United States. Earlier on Thursday, Aruna had beaten the round of 32 record set in 2019 by Egypt's duo of Omar Assar and Hamid Saleh after he breezed into the round of 16, but he erased the record to set another one with a place in the quarterfinal of the championships. The 2014 ITTF World Player of the Year became the first Nigerian and player from Africa to feature in the last 8 of the World Table Tennis Championship after he defeated Sweden's Christian Karlsson 4-3, 11-9, 5-11, 13-11, 5-11, 6-11, 11-8, 11-6, but could not beat a second Swede in a row as he lost 4-2, 13-11, 11-8, 2-11, 11-4, 12-4, 14, and 11-7 to Mogard. We have come to the end of Trust TV News Update this hour. But for more news, you can connect with us across all our social media platforms. I am Shafiu Suleiman. Thanks for watching.